Israeli forces prevented a Palestinian humanitarian aid convoy from reaching impoverished Palestinian residents of the Jordan Valley on Saturday. The convoy aimed at delivering aid to Palestinian Bedouins who were severely affected by a storm that hit the region last week.
We were approximately 500 people, including youth, activists, Palestinian civil society organizations, and representatives of the private sector as well. And there were 5 truckloads of aid. We were surprised when we reached by an Israeli military checkpoint in Oja. They prevented us from entering the valley and claimed that it was a closed military zone.
The convoy was carrying winter outfits, tents, mattresses, food, blankets, and shoes for the impoverished Bedouin families, whose makeshift shelters were destroyed by the recent stormy weather.
The storm affected them in a very negative way, since Israel prevents them from building any infrastructure. They live in tents. The tents were destroyed by the storm. Their food, blankets, and just about everything they own was destroyed.
Since the Israeli occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip in 1967, Israel announced that the Jordan Valley is under military law and declared it a closed military zone. Since then, Israel has outlawed the construction of any Palestinian infrastructure in the area, including the construction of houses, roads, and sewage networks.
There is none of any kind of services in that area, and that's why the Bedouin community remained as the biggest group of population in the Jordan Valley. Later, in the last 3 years, the occupation tried to evacuate these Bedouins, and they are trying to push them to live or to settle down in a special reservation in east of Bethlehem.
According to Palestinian experts, the aim of the occupation is to annex the Jordan Valley into Israel. Although Israel was successful in expelling other Palestinians from the area, they will not annex it until they banish the remaining Bedouin communities from the valley.
Originally, these Bedouins already are evacuated from Naqab in 1948 war. Then they moved to Hebron. Then they were forced to be evacuated again by the occupation army to Bethlehem. Then after that, they forced them to be distributed in all the West Bank.
The Palestinian Authority described banning the delivery of humanitarian aid by Israel as very dangerous measures. Since Israeli forces prevented humanitarian aid from reaching Palestinians in the Jordan Valley, organizers say that they are persistent in delivering the aid, and that it will reach the needy Palestinians regardless of the Israeli bloc on the Jordan Valley. For Press TV, Hanna Kassis, Occupied Ramallah.